Once upon a time, in a bustling city, there lived a pack of street dogs. They roamed the streets, searching for food and shelter. They were often ignored, neglected, and forgotten by the humans who passed by them every day. Despite their difficult lives, the street dogs had formed a strong community. They looked out for each other, sharing whatever resources they had. They had their own hierarchy and rules, and they had learned to survive in the harsh environment of the streets. But life was not easy for the street dogs. They faced many struggles every day. Finding food was always a challenge, and they had to scavenge for scraps in trash cans or beg for food from kind-hearted humans. Sometimes, they had to go hungry for days. The street dogs also had to deal with diseases and injuries. They had no access to veterinary care and had to rely on their own instincts to heal themselves. Sometimes, they suffered from serious illnesses and injuries, and many of them died without any help. And then there were the humans who were cruel to them. Some people threw stones or kicked them, while others ignored their suffering. The street dogs learned to stay away from humans, except for the rare kind-hearted soul who would offer them food or a pat on the head. But despite all these struggles, the street dogs had their triumphs too. They were incredibly resilient and intelligent, and they had adapted to life on the streets. They had learned to avoid danger and find shelter in abandoned buildings or under bridges. They had even formed strong bonds with some of the humans who lived on the streets and looked out for them. One day, a group of animal welfare organizations came to the city. They saw the plight of the street dogs and decided to make a difference. They started feeding the street dogs and providing them with medical care. They also started a program to spay and neuter them, to control their population and reduce their suffering. The street dogs were hesitant at first, but they soon learned to trust these humans. They allowed themselves to be petted and even wagged their tails in appreciation. And slowly but surely, their lives started to improve. With the help of the animal welfare organizations, the street dogs no longer had to go hungry or suffer in silence. They received the care they needed and deserved. They started to thrive, and their numbers started to decrease as fewer puppies were born on the streets. And so, the story of the street dogs of the city ended on a positive note. They had faced many struggles, but they had triumphed in the end. They had shown incredible resilience and adaptability, and they had taught us all a lesson in compassion and kindness.